MP,
What's going
great
on,
to
man?
finally meet you.
Pleasure's all mine, man. Hey, I read the article about you in the Pen Down. You're one data-obsessed cat, man.
Well, you can never have too much data.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you came. Look, this Shep thing, it's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to need to put in some work to make sure it doesn't have a negative impact on the start of your career.
Okay, yeah, so just like work hard, play well, make people forget Shep ever existed.
Yes and no. Let's say we put you in the starting lineup tomorrow and you stumble a little bit. Normally, no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But 68% of our fans wanted Shep, and of that 68%, 95% have a highly unfavorable opinion of you.
Okay, so that's basically corporate speak for they hate my guts.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which means it becomes a story. Papers in this town are out for blood. I'm sure you saw the top take segment.
Oh, I did.
Okay, look, there's no reason to think that you're not going to take off right out of the gate. But any hiccup in your play, and we've got a distraction on our hands. It's bad for your growth, bad for team chemistry, and it makes Phil Boyer look bad.
Mm-hmm.
He stuck his neck out for you on draft night.
Okay, so what's the solution?
Glad you asked. We focus on the fan base, and we develop a strategy to win their affection.
Okay, it sounds like my playing time is based on what? If I can make the fans like me or not?
I know, it's ridiculous, but everything's connected.
Okay.
If we don't deal with this in a holistic manner, it could affect the bottom line. When the bottom line's affected, governors aren't happy. And when the governors aren't happy, nobody's happy.
I just want to be a pillar in the community. So if we can make that happen as part of that, I'm in. I don't want to do a bunch of PR fluff, though.
Same page, 100%.
Okay.
And I've already talked to your team about all of this. Impressive group of people, by the way. And they're going to take the lead on it. But my door is always open.
Freddie, I really appreciate your transparency, man.
I'm just doing my job. Just doing my job. Believe me, it's an honor to work with someone as talented as UMP. I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can accomplish together.
You're here nice and early. Love to see it.
Just doing my job, Coach.
Humble and hardworking. Both qualities we'd like to see in a draft pick. But you already knew that. Let me show you the locker room.
Let's do it.
So obviously you've seen one of these before. Nothing too unusual. Your locker's over there.
The one with my name on it, right?
Quick study. We put the starter's name on the whiteboard over here before every game. Coach likes to keep things regular, but obviously injuries happen. People perform or they don't, so it'll change from time to time.
All right, well, hopefully it changes sooner rather than later.
You keep doing the right things, you'll be there sooner than you think.
Hey, that's the plan.
All right, hey, come on, let me show you my office. Come on in.
Cool.
Now, I know you're anxious to find out how you're going to fit into the rotation.
Coach, man, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't hyped, man. You got no idea.
Like I said, we wanted to see how you performed under pressure, so we put a lot of weight in your performance in the Summer League Championship.
Yeah, you were very clear about that.
Communication is super important in this organization, so I am glad to hear you say that. And I'm also glad to let you know that you'll be our sixth man to start the season.
Sixth man. Okay, can't be mad at that.
I thought you'd be a little higher in the joy scale than can't be mad at that.
Joy scale. Coach, you a life coach on the side? Getting a little pocket money there?
Yeah, I joke when I'm upset, too.
I'm not upset. It's just I haven't come off the bench since my freshman year of college. And before that, never, really.
I get that. But sixth man at this level is a big responsibility. People have long careers in that role, and you haven't even played a game yet.
I feel you, man. It's just I have high expectations for myself, and I'm not exactly at a 10 on the joy scale just yet.
I get it. 100%. Honestly, I'd be concerned if you didn't feel that way. You want to make it here, you got to have a hunger to be the best.
I mean, if you're not competing to be the best here, what are we doing?
Exactly.
What are we doing?
Exactly. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to get dressed, you know where your locker is, and once you're ready to head to the court, it's the tunnel across from the locker room. Any questions?
Coach, yeah, I'm ready. Let's get it.
See you out there.
Today we have Aaliyah from the NBA 2K community on 2K TV. Aaliyah, welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate y'all for having me here. This is such a big honor. I appreciate y'all for giving me this opportunity.
And obviously, we have to say congratulations on making legend in NBA 2K23. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it means so much to me. Year after year, I have hit legend. And, you know, everybody always asks me, why am I grinding 2K? And, you know, they always bring up the rewards every time I'm grinding to legend. And honestly, legend is more to me than the rewards that are given at the end. And it's a goal that I set for myself every year. I don't stop until I hit it. It's something that is an amazing thing that I always want to accomplish.
So you hit legend. What is the next goal?
I mean, this happened after I hit legend. So I am extremely happy to be here. And this wasn't something I was expecting. But who knows what's in store? I'm really excited to be here, for real.
Most of your badges are placed in defense and rebounding, 30 of them to be exact. Why is that so important to your build?
Throughout the year of 2K, I normally end up making a bunch of builds and trying different builds out, what works for me, what doesn't, what I want in a build, what I don't want in a build. So out of all the builds I've ever created, I've always had a lot of defense and I've always had a lot of shooting because those are the two top things that I love doing. I love blocking people in the paint. So that's just me. That's just what it is.
All right, so following up on defense, many of your playmaking badges are designed for securing the ball. So you've got gold vice grip, you've got gold unpluckable. Why are those important to you?
So while I was grinding to legend, I was the main ball handler, and you know, I had to score 100,000 points. So I never really had the ball because I had to keep the ball so I could get my points. So that's why I have the badges I have to help me reach my goal to legend because people try to spam while I'm dribbling and I can't deal with it. So I have to have unpluckable and vice grip for sure.
All right. You're a 4x logo legend. What keeps you coming back year after year?
I truly do love what I do, and I love 2K. I love playing the game, and I love achieving my goals. So honestly, being 4x logo legend is something I dedicated myself to, and I had a lot of hard journeys getting here, and exceeding my limit.
The starting lineup for the visiting Orlando Magic at shooting guard, Jalen Suggs. It's time to introduce the starting five for your
with tip-off fast.
Thank you, Kevin. Now,
I can see that. Thanks, David. Sounds like MP already has some critics.
Yeah, but I think that'll help MP. Fuel him.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. In the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. The guard set is Fultz and Suggs. And it's Buck. What are these players right now, Greg, feeling as they tip off this brand new season?
Mostly excitement. I mean, this is their first chance to showcase all the hard work they put in during the offseason.
And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it. Diallo's checked in for Bogdanovich.
now returning on the floor for your Pistons.
Pistons trail by 15. Burks the pass to Wiseman. 1:49 left in the first quarter. Back to Burks. Pulls up on the wing. And no good that time. The Magic go the other way with it. Isaac outside. Pass to Bull. Over Diallo. The shot by Anthony. Nobody around. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Isaac with the steal. Anthony in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. 17-point game. Looking to end the run. And again, it's the Pistons missing. Orlando's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first.
I got yours. Pick a right.
Stewart against Fultz. Here's Bull. Wiseman with the rebound.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Fultz. It's hauled in by Stewart. Taken away by Anthony. Pass to Isaac. Takes the three. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Orlando Magic feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some
22. Give a big round of applause for your Pistons.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by MP. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. Orlando has a very young roster. Coach Jamal Mosley says, one thing I've said to them is dominate the simple. The more we can keep it simple, the better we'll be. Not overthinking things, just playing off instincts and reaction. Kevin, back to you.
Good place to start. Makes a lot of sense. David, thanks.
Well, I tell you what, you look at the youth of the Magic and the talent they have all throughout the roster, I think it's just a matter of time and seasoning before this team takes a really big jump forward.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And you know, Clark, the Magic have collected their young talent in a number of ways.
Yeah, I like the diversity of accumulation, if you will. They've traded for some. They've drafted most. They know when their timeline is. The Magic, I think, have done a really good job with their rebuild.
There's 1:26 left in the first half. Fultz kicks to Wagner. Back to Fultz. Fires the three. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Boy, are they shooting the three extremely well this quarter. My, throwing some gas on the fire for sure.
Fultz against MP. Inside, here's Stewart, and the dunk by Stewart.
Boy, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
Wagner against Stewart. The pass to Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
Great to see a young guy play that kind of cerebral game. Wagner sees a shooter and gets him set up nicely.
MP deciding where to go with it. To the paint, and stolen by Wagner. 3-on-3. Bull, the pass to Suggs. MP against Fultz.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
MP against Fultz. And it's Wiseman in the corner. Works for 3. Oh, and he almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3.
5. Second personal 3.
It's on Jalen Suggs. This is his first free throw of the game. Free throw good. And so it's Orlando rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. The score.
The Magic, 35.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. MP's checked in for Detroit. And a switcher also for Orlando. Anthony's checked in for Suggs. On the court for Orlando, at the forward positions, it's Wagner and Ben Carroll. Markelle Fultz out there with Anthony, and it's Carter in at the center. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
What hustle on the offensive glass, finding ways to capitalize, paying off that hard work.
MP against Anthony. Here's MP. And again, it's the Pistons missing. And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. And Wendell Carter Jr., Greg, one of the better rebounders in the NBA.
And, Kevin, his numbers kind of sneak up on you. I mean, great job of clearing the glass and getting the break started. Still underrated as a rebounder, but is making a name for himself.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Wiseman comes in for Ivy. And Hayes subbed in for Cunningham.
Backdoor! Backdoor! Backdoor!
Now, here's Ben Carroll. Not a lot of room. Fultz against MP. And here's Anthony for 3. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Boy, moving the ball with purpose there. Fultz has tremendous offensive potential, and we're seeing him put it all together now.
MP, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Connects from 3-point range.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
MP outside. And stolen by Wagner. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
Almost got there in time, but waited just a little too long.
Detroit making a switch here. Stewart's checked in. Suggs, he's checked in for the Magic.
There you go. Come get this.
Passes it to Wiseman. To the middle. To halt the run. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Oh, fantastic job by Wiseman to just stick with it, not let the contact disrupt him, totally focused on the rim.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. The free throw on from Wiseman.
And when you look at the complete game of the Detroit Pistons, there are struggles on both ends of the floor, which I'm sure can feel discouraging at times.
The Pistons have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the 3rd. Stewart passes to MP. It's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
He is delivering a lot of room service times tonight. One sweet one after another.
Stewart, no good. And so it's Orlando with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We come back right after. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just...
Different look here for Detroit. Duran comes in for Marvin Bagley. And MP subbed in for Alec Burks for the Magic. MP right side.
Hey, right here.
Well, Greg analysts evaluate player performances on the floor, and sometimes we've seen the players fire back. They're not happy with the criticism.
You know, it's a risk you take, but if you treat everyone with kid gloves, you're really not doing your job. The audience expects a level of honesty, and quite frankly, players don't mind you criticizing their game. It's when those critiques become personal.
Goga Bitadze's checked in for Carter. Isaiah Stewart out there with Diallo. Then it's Duran. Then it's MP. And it's Hayes in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Magic.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And also, guys, how about the hustle we've seen on the boards? They're getting after it and cashing in on second chance scoring opportunities.
Got a hand on it. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. They double him with MP. Wagner finds Anthony. Back to Wagner. Pass to Anthony. Fires from deep. That shot, no good.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Okay, time now for an injury report. And now David Aldridge has an update for us on Markelle Fultz. David, what's the news?
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Magic. He's got a pinched nerve in his shoulder, basically a stinger, and he's lost all sense of motion in his arm. This is not how they wanted to begin the season, and it'll be interesting to see how much this hurts them. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. Hopefully everything works out for him.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Magic.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Franz Wagner.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Carter Williams against MP. And stolen by Bull. Pass to Carter Williams. Orlando moving the ball around.
Yo, watch him.
Now here is Harris. Here's Okeke. No good on the triple. Diallo with it. Here's MP. Off the mark, and the drought continues. And here is Carter Williams. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.